My name is Summer Dien, and today I will guide you through the sun salutations in the Ashtanga Vinyasa system. So we're going to do Surya Namaskara A and B, and this is going to be yoga for beginners. So we're going to make it very simple, and we're going to do some modifications to make it accessible for many different body types and anyone who's maybe inflexible or never done yoga before. So in Ashtanga Vinyasa, what we want to do is we want to coordinate one breath with one movement. And we really want to be aware of the breathing, the sound of the breathing, and we want to make each breath deep and rich, making the breath last the entire motion and let the breath initiate the movement, okay? So the most important thing for any practitioner, whether you're a beginner or you're more advanced, is to really be aware of the breathing, because the quality of the breathing will ensure that you're receiving the subtle benefits of the practice, okay? So before we begin, we'll start with one Om together. So go ahead and take your hands together at the heart center, gently close the eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. Om. Good. And then go ahead and gently place the arms down by the side, open the eyes, and just bring awareness to the breath. So begin to breathe through the nose and see if you can listen for the sound of the breath. So trying to constrict the throat and creating the sound in the glottis, and that will create an aspirated sound. So it sounds like this. And with that breath, that will create the internal heat, the internal fire, and will help you to sweat and release toxins. And it'll also make it like a moving meditation when you're doing the sun salutations. So go ahead and come to stand at the top of your mat. You can either bring your feet to touch or separate your feet about hip width distance and really ground down through the ball of your big toe. So that's the center of your balance. And you want to be rooted and grounded, connected to the ground, to the earth, through the ball of the big toe. And then you can bend the knees and then power the legs. So then you lift up the kneecap, engage the legs. So quads are fully engaged, and you keep your legs strong, okay, without locking the knee joint. And then arms down by the sides. And we're going to start Surya Namaskara A, Sun Salute A, one breath, one movement. And Surya Namaskara A has 9 movements, okay? So on the inhale, you're going to open your arms, you're going to reach up and look up. And maybe your palms touch and maybe they don't. And then on the exhale, you're going to open the arms, bend your knees, hinge at your hips, and then gently fold over, bringing the hands down to the ground and then tucking the chin in to finish the exhale. And then on the next inhale, you can either place your hands on the shins or come up onto the fingertips. Lift the chin up, lengthen and flatten the spine. And then next exhale, hands come flat on the ground, bring the feet back, come into a push-up position, and then you can lower down all the way to the ground. So gently bringing the hips down and then bending the elbows, keeping the elbows close to the body and lowering all the way down. Turn the toes, so then you're on the tops of your feet. And next inhale is going to be upward facing dog. So gently push into the ground, lift the chest off the ground, and then roll the shoulders back, open the heart, let the head come back, and gently gaze down the nose. So nice big inhale there. And then as you exhale, you're going to send the hips back, push away from the mat. So the arms are going to be long and straight. Spread the fingers. Push down with the index knuckle and the thumb knuckle, so you're grounding down. Then you want to have a nice external rotation with the arms. Get the spine nice and long and straight, and you can bend the knees. So just be aware the yoga happens in the spine and the sacrum, not in the hamstring. So it's always okay if you need to modify and bend the knees. Okay, so we're going to be here for 5 breaths. Let's focus on the breathing. Let the mouth be soft and relaxed. Listen for the sound of the breath. On your next inhale, lift the heels up, lift the head up, look forward, and then end of the exhale brings the feet forward. Next inhale, lifting halfway, either coming up onto the fingertips or hands on the shins, looking up. Next exhale, folding, tucking the chin in. And then last inhale brings you up to stand. So open the arms, reach up, look up. And then exhale, bringing the hands back down to the sides, Samastitihi. Okay, so that was Surya Namaskara A, Sun Salute A. So now we'll do Surya Namaskara B. Okay, this is more dynamic. There's a couple more movements, and I'm going to show you a way to do it where we add a couple more breaths in there to make it more accessible. Okay, and then once you become more proficient, you can take those breaths away. So traditionally, it's 14 breaths, so 14 movements. Okay, so we're going to do 1 breath, 1 movement, Surya Namaskara B. So we're starting in the chair pose, so you can bend your knees, get a nice spring here, so you're loose and mobile in the knee joints. And then you take your arms and you're going to inhale, reach the arms up, look up. And then when you exhale, fold forward, hinge at the hips, and then tuck the chin in, finish the exhale. Next, inhale, lifting halfway, lengthening here. And then as you exhale, the hands come flat. You're going to take the feet back, come into the plank position, lower the hips down, lower the chest down. Next inhale is upward facing dog. Head back, gaze down the nose. And then send the hips back, exhale. You're coming into a downward facing dog. Okay? Now, from here you can take an extra breath. So you can go ahead and inhale, turn your left foot out so it's flat. And then as you exhale, you're going to swing your right foot forward. And then if you need help bringing it forward, you use your right hand. You're going to pick your foot up and move it forward. And then come up onto your fingertips. Find your balance. Make sure your back foot is flat. And then on the next inhale, reach up and look up. Come into warrior 1. As you begin to exhale, place the hands down, frame the foot, and then take that foot back, come back into the plank, okay? If you need to take an extra inhale, take one here. And then as you exhale, you start to lower down to the ground. Next inhale is upward facing dog. And then exhale back to downward facing dog. And then we do the left side. So then you can take an extra breath, inhaling, turning the right foot out. And then as you exhale, you're going to swing the left foot forward. You can use your hand, pick your foot up, bring that foot forward. Okay. So end of the exhale brings the foot forward. Okay. You can come onto the fingertips, make sure your back foot is flat. And then next inhale, we're going to reach up, look up. And then exhaling, hands come down, frame the foot, come back into the plank position. Take an inhale here if you need to. And then we exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, send the hips back. Come into downward facing dog. Okay, so we're going to stay in downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Good. Push down with the index knuckle and thumb knuckle. Push away from the mat. Externally rotate the arms. Find the length in the spine. Draw the lower belly in. And take 5 long, deep breaths here. Good, and then you're going to inhale, lift up, look up, send the heels up, and then as you exhale, bringing the feet forward, coming to the top of the mat, take as many steps as you need. Next inhale, lifting halfway, look up, lengthen, exhale, fold. Now bend the knees like you're going to sit in a chair, and then inhale, swing, reach the arms up, look up. And exhale. Release the arms, straighten the legs, come back to Samahita. Okay, so go ahead and take a couple breaths. And that was Surya Namaskara B, Sun Salute B.